Are you living your life on autopilot? You might be surprised at how much societal programming influences your choices. This video explores the hidden ways these unconscious patterns limit your potential and shows you how to break free and reclaim your power. From the moment we're born, we're taught how to think, behave, and believe. But rarely do we stop to ask, who decided these rules? That's societal programming. It's the invisible hand shaping our sense of identity, molding our self-worth, and quietly dictating the path we take. It's in the stories we're told as children, the advertisements that flash across our screens, the roles we're expected to play based on our gender, race, or background. Have you ever felt like your life was pre-scripted? That your dreams weren't really yours? That's not a failure of your imagination. It's a symptom of conditioning. Society sells us an idea of success. The degree, the job, the house, the family, the retirement. But what if your soul was never meant to follow that script? Think of gender roles, how they subtly define who we're allowed to be. Boys are told to be strong and stoic, girls to be soft and pleasing. Consumerism tells us that happiness is bought, not cultivated. And social norms constantly push us to conform. Dress like this, talk like that, follow this path. The result? A life that looks good on paper but feels hollow inside. A growing disconnection from who you truly are. Societal programming isn't just cultural noise. It's a powerful force shaping your beliefs, your fears, and your potential. Recognizing it is the first step to reclaiming your freedom. Every time you think, I'm not good enough, I'll never succeed, or they'll judge me, ask yourself, where did that voice come from? Because chances are, it's not yours. These beliefs are planted in us early, passed down through systems that profit from our self-doubt. They grow roots, and soon they guide every decision we make. Societal programming instills limiting beliefs, ideas that keep us small, obedient, and compliant. That dream is unrealistic. People like you don't do that. These thoughts feel like truth, but they are only reflections of fear. Fear of standing out, fear of judgment, fear of failure. And then there's the trap of external validation. We chase likes, promotions, approval, trying to win a game we never agreed to play. Instead of honoring our soul's desires, we perform for acceptance. We put dreams on hold, passions aside, just to fit into a mold someone else created. This is the paradox. Society tells you to be yourself, but only if it's convenient, marketable, and palatable. The pressure to conform can be suffocating. You wake up one day and realize you're living someone else's idea of a good life. Breaking free begins with this truth. You were never meant to fit in. You were meant to stand out. The pain you feel? It's your soul asking for more. It's the signal that your authentic self is ready to rise, and you owe it to yourself to listen. Awareness is your weapon. Once you see the programming, you can begin to question it. The key is not to judge yourself for having these patterns, but to become curious about where they come from. Ask yourself, who taught me to think this way? Whose voice is guiding my decisions? Start by examining the media you consume, the movies, the news, the ads. What messages do they send about success, love, beauty, or worth? What subtle stories are shaping your identity? Then go deeper. Notice your self-talk. Notice how often you say, should. I should work more. I should be more like them. These shoulds are often echoes of expectations you never agreed to. Replace them with powerful affirmations. I choose to trust myself. I am enough. I define my path. Challenge assumptions. Just because something is normal doesn't mean it's right for you. Being vulnerable, asking questions, admitting you want something different. These are acts of rebellion in a world that teaches us to conform. The moment you start to question, you start to awaken. And once you awaken, you can no longer be controlled by the narratives that once imprisoned you. That's the beginning of freedom. You are not here to be a carbon copy of societal ideals. You are here to be uniquely you. And reclaiming your power begins by honoring that truth. Start by getting to know yourself, not the version of you that pleases others, but the one that excites you. What are your passions? What makes you feel alive? Where do you feel most like yourself? Follow that energy. Refuse to shrink to fit. Stop apologizing for your brilliance. Stop toning yourself down to be accepted. Your authenticity is your rebellion. Your alignment is your revolution. Now, identify your core values: truth, creativity, freedom, compassion, whatever they are. Let them guide your actions. When your actions align with your values, you move from pressure to power, from fear to flow. Society may try to lure you back into the matrix of conformity, but now you know. You have a choice. You can say no to what drains you. You can choose the unfamiliar path. You can walk with courage even when the crowd walks the other way. Because real freedom isn't doing whatever you want. It's knowing who you are and acting from that place no matter what. Now comes the true reward. Living a life that's on purpose. A life that's not just full, but fulfilling. A life where your actions reflect your soul. Where your days feel aligned. Where you wake up and know you're exactly where you're meant to be. To do this, you must cultivate self-awareness, the ability to watch your thoughts, to observe without judgment, and to course-correct with compassion. The more you practice, the more you'll see which thoughts serve you and which are relics of programming. Define your purpose, not in a grand or flashy way, but in a real, grounded way. Maybe it's creating beauty. Maybe it's serving others. Maybe it's simply being fully alive. Let that purpose guide you. Practice mindfulness. Be intentional. Check in with yourself daily. Ask, am I living from my truth or from fear? Your life will begin to reflect your answer. And finally, give yourself permission to grow, to stumble, to evolve. Self-liberation is not a one-time event. It's a daily practice, a commitment to your own awakening. When you live from this place, you no longer need to be validated. You no longer seek permission. You are free, free to create, free to love, free to live as the person you were always meant to be. This is the power they never wanted you to reclaim. If this message awakens something in you, don't keep it to yourself. Like, share, and subscribe to help others break free. Leave a comment. What's one belief you're ready to let go of? Your healing is your revolution, and it starts now.